Namaskar to everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel Learn English with Awasthi Ma'am. Friends, I am Dr. Shraddha Misar Awasthi. In this video, we are going to learn Modal Auxiliary. Our focus will be on will, shall, would and should. First of all, let us discuss what is meant by auxiliary. Generally, the students feel that auxiliary, this is a very difficult word and so the chapter may be difficult. But this is not the case. Auxiliary means helping verb. Now, there are three types of auxiliaries. Number one, primary auxiliary. Number two, modal auxiliaries. And number three, semi-modal auxiliaries, and these semi-modal auxiliaries are also called marginal modals. Friends, first of all, let us discuss the primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries are used in tenses. When here we learned the tenses in the tense series, at that time we discuss the various helping verbs, and these auxiliaries, these helping verbs change according to the number of a subject. If the subject is singular, we make the use of singular auxiliary. If the subject is plural, we make the use of plural auxiliary. The primary auxiliaries are the first one, do, does, did. These auxiliaries are used in simple tenses. The second group is am, is, are, was, were, and these auxiliaries are used in continuous tenses or progressive tenses. The third group is have, has, had, and these auxiliaries are used in perfect tenses or perfect progressive tenses. Now, let us see the examples of primary auxiliaries. I don't want to support this candidate. She doesn't want to support this candidate. In the first sentence, the subject is first person singular, so don't is used. In the second sentence, the subject is third person and so doesn't has been used. Next examples, he has written articles on different topics. We have written articles on different topics. He is singular, so we have made the use of has. We, that is plural, so have, this auxiliary has been used here. They were watching the movie in the cineplex. She was watching the movie in the cineplex. In the first sentence, the subject is they, which is plural, and so where is used. In the next sentence, the subject is she, which is singular, and hence was is used. Now, let us move to the next one. And what is modal auxiliaries? Modal auxiliaries do not change according to the number of a subject. Modal auxiliaries remain same for the singular subject as well as for plural subject. And so, let us see the examples. She can solve the problems. The boys can visit the museum. In the first sentence, the subject she is singular. We have made the use of can. In the second sentence, the boys is plural, though we have made the use of can. And keep in mind, modal auxiliaries are followed by the verb in the original form. modal auxiliary नंतर क्रियापदाचं मूळ रूप लिहिलं जातं. We may reach Delhi on Sunday. I may leave to Hyderabad today. We is plural. We have made the use of may. I is singular, even though we have made the use of may. So whatever be the subject, the modal auxiliary remains the same. Now, let us move to the next one. Modal auxiliaries are will, shall, would, should, can, could, may, might, and must. Let us look at the example. You must stop when the traffic lights turn red. Next, you should revise your lessons. I might go on holiday to Australia next year. I can speak a little Russian. I may be home late. I will play tomorrow. The temperature can rise this month. They can't go too far by now. It could rain later. If you study all these examples, you will find out that modal auxiliaries are followed by the verb in the original form: stop, revise, go, speak, be, play, rise, go, rain. All these main verbs are in the original form. Now, let us discuss semi-modal verbs. These are called marginal modals. The semi-modal verbs, which are called marginal modes, behave similarly to modal verbs but also share some characteristics with main verbs, and that's why they are called semi-modal verbs. Now, the semi-modal verbs are dare, need, used to, ought to. These four are called semi-modal verbs. Now, let us see the examples of semi-modal verbs. I dare not press the issue any further. How dare she talk to me like that? He needs that report by tomorrow. You have plenty of time, so you don't need to rush. I used to get up early when I lived in Delhi. She used to live in a village. We ought to respect our elders. They ought to be punctual. So these are the examples of semi-modal auxiliaries. Now, let us discuss the functions of modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries express various modes such as, actually what happens, modal auxiliaries are not used to indicate present time, past time, or modal auxiliaries are used to indicate the various modes, and these modes are future time, भविष्यकाळ दर्शविण्यासाठी, पोलाइट रिक्वेस्ट, नम्र विनंती, habitual action in past, भूतकाळात सतत घडणारी क्रिया, नेक्स्ट सजेशन, सूचना, ड्यूटी, कर्तव्य, ॲडव्हाइस, उपदेश, ॲबिलिटी, सक्षम असणे, समर्थ असणे, परमिशन, परवानगी साठी देखील modal auxiliaries वापरल्या जातात. Possibility, possibility is also called probability, both are synonyms. शक्यता असणे, संभवता असणे. नेक्स्ट inability, inability सक्षम नसणे. नेक्स्ट वन least possibility or weak probability, कमी शक्यता असणे, कमी संभव असणे. सर्टनिटी, खात्री असणे, ठासून सांगणे. नेक्स्ट कंपल्शन और ऑब्लिगेशन, सक्तीचे असणे, बंधनकारक असणे. प्रोहिबिशन, मनाई असणे. Now, let us discuss the modal auxiliaries one by one. The first one is shall. How to use shall? Shall is used to express future time, especially when the subject is I and we. Now let us see the examples. I shall overcome all adversities to be a winner. Next, we shall stay at home during lockdown. Now shall is used टू सीक परमिशन अल्सो. परवानगीसाठी देखील आपण शालचा उपयोग करतो. शाल आय लिव्ह नाऊ? शाल वी हेल्प हर? So in this way, we make the use of shall. Now, how to use will? Second modal auxiliary to express future action for the other subjects. He, she, it, they, and the other singular plural. Now let us see the examples. They will wash their hands regularly. He will wear the mask in the public place. These are simple future tense examples. Now, will is used to express certainty, especially when the subject is I and we. I आणि we नंतर जर आपण will वापरत असोल तर ती गोष्ट आपण खात्रीने ठामपणे सांगणार असतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, आय विल ओव्हरकम ऑल डिफिकल्टीज. सर्व प्रकारच्या अडचणींवर मी मात करणारच. हा जो च असतो ना, खात्रीने सांगणं, एम्फॅटिकली वी मेक द स्टेटमेंट. ॲट दॅट टाइम वी मेक द यूज ऑफ विल. वी विल विन द ट्रॉफी. आम्ही ट्रॉफी जिंकणारच. आय शॅल सॉरी वी शॅल विन द ट्रॉफी. आम्ही ट्रॉफी जिंकणार. पण आम्ही ट्रॉफी जिंकणारच. अशा वेळेस मात्र आपण काय म्हणतो? वी विल विन द ट्रॉफी. नाऊ will is used to express polite request and when our language is informal. अनौपचारिक भाषेमध्ये नम्र विनंती करायची असेल तर आपण will वापरतो. Informal language means the language which is used for our friends, close relatives, family members, etc. That is not official language. Will you wash your hands before taking meal? Will you help me? And see, generally in polite request, generally when we express our request politely, the structure is interrogative. Now, let us move to the next modal auxiliary, and that is uses of would. Would is used to express habitual action in past. भूतकाळात सतत घडणारी क्रिया व्यक्त करण्यासाठी आपण would वापरतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, सॉक्रेटिस वुड रोम ऑन द रोड्स ऑफ अथेन्स टू प्रीच लॉजिक. लॉजिक तर्कशास्त्राची शिकवण देण्यासाठी अथेन्सच्या रोडवर सॉक्रेटिस भटकत असे. मराठी जर भाषांतर करायचं म्हटलं तर असे, नसे, असावे, ह्या असत ह्या अर्थाने जेव्हा वाक्याचा शेवट होतो, it indicates habitual action in past and we should make the use of would. People would enjoy social gathering before the pandemic of COVID-19. कोविड-19च्या महामारीच्या आधी लोक सोशल गॅदरिंग एन्जॉय करत असत. नेक्स्ट, would is used to express polite request, but this time the language is formal. In the case of will, the language is informal. Formal means when we speak with the teachers, strangers, officers, principal, etc. At that time, the language which we use, that is called a formal language. Would you please help me? Would you please give me your pen? Now, would is used to express an imaginative situation. काही एखादी काल्पनिक परिस्थिती सांगायची असेल तरी आपण would वापरतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इट वुड बी व्हेरी एक्सपेन्सिव्ह टू स्टे इन ए हॉटेल. हॉटेलमध्ये थांबणं खूपच खर्चिक ठरणार आहे. दॅट इज इमॅजिनेटिव्ह सिच्युएशन. आय वुड गिव्ह यू अ लिफ्ट बट माय वाईफ हॅज द कार टुडे. माझी पत्नी कार घेऊन गेली आहे, नाहीतर मी तुला लिफ्ट दिली असती. दॅट इज ऑल्सो इमॅजिनेटिव्ह situation. Now, let us discuss how to use should. Should is used to express duty, advice, suggestion and expectation. कर्तव्य भावना सांगण्यासाठी, ॲडव्हाइस देण्यासाठी, उपदेश करण्यासाठी, सूचना करण्यासाठी, अपेक्षा व्यक्त करण्यासाठी आपण शूडचा वापर करत असतो. शुड मराठीमध्ये ह्या अशा प्रकारच्या वाक्यांचा शेवट असं करावं, तसं करावं, हे करू नये, ते करू नये ह्या अर्थाने होत असतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, यू शुड नेव्हर लाय टू युअर डॉक्टर. तुम्ही डॉक्टरशी कधी खोटं बोलू नये. नेक्स्ट वन, यू शुड पे मोर अटेन्शन इन क्लास. दॅट इज युअर that is my suggestion, my advice. Next one, you should be at work before 9 a.m. 9 वाजेच्या आधी तुम्ही कामावर हजर व्हावं. That means it is your duty. Next, you should maintain social distancing. That is the expectation. So here, to express duty, advice, suggestion or expectation, we make the use of should. So in brief, let us discuss the modal auxiliaries and their functions. Shall, that is used to express future time and permission. Will is used to express future action, polite request and certainty. Would is used to express habitual action in past and polite request. Should is used for advice, suggestion, duty, and expectation. So here we have completed discussing the functions of will, shall, would, and should. In the next video, we are going to learn about the modal auxiliaries, and these modal auxiliaries will be can, could, may, might, must. Thank you very much for listening to me and watching this TV till the end. If you like my video, share it with your friends and others it, and please subscribe it. Thank you. Thank you very much.